What's going on, guys? Of course, you guys know who I am by now, Darian. And of course, on YouTube, I go by the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. Typically, I talk about men's fashion and fragrance on this channel, but today is going to be a little different. You know, most of the time, that's what I talk about. Talk about, you know, how you can smell good and how you can look good. But I realized this week, it's not like I didn't notice before, but I realized this week that looking good and smelling good does not matter at all if you're not here. Right? If you're not alive. And I almost had that harsh reality a week ago. Now, I don't know why I've been led to share this, but when God tells me to share something, I share. I don't know if somebody's going to be driving this week and you might think to reach down and pick something up or answer a call or look away or whatever that reason is, but I'm being obedient, so I'm sharing. Another reason I think God had me talk about this because the trivial and petty nature of what happens sometimes in this fragrance community, all right? And I guess this is where the fragrance community comes in. The pettiness that sometimes goes on. People don't like people because they talk about complimented fragrances or panty droppers or whatever it is, right? And I know there's some people out there in this community that don't care for me because of the type of content that I make. I don't have any issues with anybody, so I can sleep good at night. But I will tell you this. Not just in regards to me, but in regards to other people as well. Brother, sister, let it go. All right? Let it go. It's not that important to have ill will against somebody because something as trivial as what fragrances they like or what fragrances they talk about or what type of content they make in regards to fragrances. Trust me, it's not that serious. A week ago today, I left my home. And today, it just seemed like a normal day, a regular day. As a matter of fact, I was feeling great. I had just recorded a video. And within 45 seconds of leaving my home, I was on the side of the road, car flipped over, I just hit a tree, and I was in a ditch. Car was absolutely total, right? And just so you guys know what happened, it wasn't my fault. The street that I turn onto when I'm leaving my neighborhood is very curvy street, all right? It has some very sharp curves. So we have this one particular curve where as soon as you're coming around the curve, you can't really see what's coming around the curve until you actually get almost fully around that curve. And it just so happened that I'm coming around this curve and another car is not paying attention. I don't know if he or she was reaching down for something. I don't know what they were doing, but it's apparent they were not paying attention because they were veering into my lane and coming straight head on to me. And because the curve is so sharp, I had no reaction time. So it was either a head-on collision or I, of course, jerked my car to the right to avoid the collision. And as soon as I did that, my car lost control. Unfortunately, this person kept going, right? So I ended up on the side of the road. And I'm going to tell you guys, it's one of the scariest things in the world. Because that 5 seconds, maybe 4 seconds, that I realized that my car was headed from the street for that tree and there was nothing I could do about it, was 4 or 5 of the scariest moments of my life. I hit the tree, my car flipped on its head. And of course, as I'm doing this, I'm just bracing for impact. My life obviously flashed right before my eyes, and I opened my eyes to find that obviously I realize I'm still here, but I'm scared outside of my mind because I don't know what damage may have been done to me. Not really as much worried about the car, but to me personally. And there were some good Samaritans around, fortunately, people that saw what happened. They were able to talk to the cops and the whole nine about what happened, confirming it wasn't my fault. But good Samaritans, man. And that's another thing about this. It just is, gives me hope to know there's still good people out there, that stopped, came over to help make sure that I got out of the vehicle. So when it happened, I must have blacked out for a quick moment. And when I came to, I realized that I was hanging from the seatbelt. So guys, I will tell you 100%, if I did not have my seatbelt on, last Saturday or Sunday, whenever I posted a video, would have been the last post from Bowtie Fragrance Guy because if I did not have my seatbelt on, I wouldn't have been here. I know that for a fact. I would not have been here. And, again, so we had some good Samaritans came over and they helped me get out of the car. Went, to the doctor and the whole nine. And I had some blood and I wasn't sure where it was coming from because, again, if you see my car, which I'll show you guys, anybody that looked at that car would have said, whoever is in there is not alive. right? So I saw blood, but it was just coming from my finger. The only cut I had was a small cut on my hand. I was dressed up in a suit, tie, the whole nine, and people couldn't believe that I was the person inside the vehicle when you looked at the vehicle when you looked at me. So, you know, that all praises go to the man upstairs for sparing me. And that means I have more work to do, right? And like I said, I don't know why exactly he's led me to tell you this. You know, there are times where he just leads me to talk about something, like the time he led me to talk about the whole Jeremy situation. Because I don't really get into my personal stuff a lot on YouTube, but he told me to share, so I'm sharing. So again, guys, be careful. I don't know if this is because there's somebody that's going to hit this video that was going to think this week to reach down for that phone when it falls, you know, down on the floor while you're driving, or to look for the phone and make a call, or look away at something that's going on. Pay attention on the road. And although I was paying attention, there was another person that wasn't. So I don't know why he's led me to share this, but I'm sharing it. So this week, please be careful. Now, what was even more eerie about this to me, when I came into YouTube, some of you noticed that's been following me for a long time. A lot of people compared me to Kevin Samuels. You know, a lot of people used to tell Kevin, hey, this is a new dude, and y'all kind of remind. What's eerie about this is the day that this happened, it was almost exactly 1 year to the day when Kevin actually passed away. So I don't know. I thought about that as one. I'm like, God, this is crazy. But anyway, man, I'm just glad I'm here. All right. Don't know why God had me share it, but I did. So be careful. So that's all I wanted to say. I know this is different, but again, I was led to share, so I'm sharing. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.